And the reason I thought this panel was so interesting is that I think a few years ago, many of us felt that in the West, that China's restrictions on the internet would mean that China would be handicapped in terms of advancements in technology. But in recent years, we've seen enormous progress in China making dramatic advances. In many ways, China is now beating Silicon Valley on many fronts, and whether it's AI, WeChat, social media. You can't even really use cash in China now. It's a cashless society. But yet they've also developed the most sophisticated digital surveillance system in the world, and it's one that's spreading. So I just wanted to kind of start out, and I definitely want this to be a discussion and open it up to your questions as well. But to all the panelists, and Tiff, let's start with you. Did we miscalculate and underestimate China's sophistication in technology, thinking that censorship would equal a sense that they would always be backwards?
Well, my primary contribution to this panel is my work on seeing what China's done with technology. It's developed inside China and exported outside of China. My book, The New Art of War, what the Chinese are doing inside the United States. So, but first point would be Huawei and their development of 5G telecommunications, wireless communications. It essentially represents what the Soviets did with Sputnik. The first time it went up in the mid-50s, and we were all astonished that they could do that. Now it's the Chinese who have, using their state-based capitalism system, have created a 5G. They build the equipment as well as the software, and they've leapfrogged the capabilities of the Americans. And so Nokia and Ericsson are the only other two manufacturers of this equipment in the world. So suddenly the Americans are waking up to what's in effect a fait accompli, because the Chinese know from their own domestic controls that if you can control the telecommunications network, and you therefore have access to all the traffic on that network, and you can use it from time to time as warranted to tap into the lives of companies, individuals, different groups. So this alone, the development of their telecommunications technology, has surprised everyone in the United States, and that's why we see today the Trump administration fighting sort of a desperate last-minute effort to prevent our allies from adopting the Huawei telecommunications system. So that's just one example of what we see China manifesting outside of China with technology obviously developed inside China.